Hello, welcome back. This is Wency from Wency's Toys channel, and in this video, I will be reviewing the Lego set 71870, the Twin Titan Mechs from the Lego Ninjago Legends series of 2026. So let's get right to it. Oh, and before I forget, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button, and please consider subscribing as a lot of my viewers have not yet subscribed to my channel, and it would help me a lot in bringing you more content like this in the future. Thank you very much! Okay, so now let's take a look at the minifigures. So this set has actually 3 minifigures, and one of them is a villain. I don't know why there's only one villain, and he's actually named as a generic Oni warrior, but look at this minifig. This doesn't tell me this is a generic villain. Look at the prints, the very nice torso print. He's bare-chested and very nice leg print here. And look at the headpiece. Very nice helmet ornament here and very nice printing of the face as well. Nice pauldrons here for the shoulder armor. Very, very nice minifigure for an Oni warrior. And of course, since he only has a mohawk hairpiece, there's just little printing at the back. It's not a secondary face. But if you look here, right, this headpiece is a very nice innate or ornate headpiece here. Very ornate horn-like helmet here that's kind of reversed and has fangs. So very, very nice minifigure here and all its accessories. Of course, back printing a little bit plain because it's just a print of the back since he has a bare-chested torso here, but very, very nice minifigure. I wish we had at least 2 of these, right? Okay, so next up are, of course, the heroes of this set and the pilots of the mechs themselves. So we have 2 of them. This is the twins. This is Kai. And of course, very much like last year's Fire Knight mech, he has a very nice minifigure. It's his second Legends mech. So pretty much he has a lot of mechs right now. Very nice Gundam pilot suit-like prints here for the torso and the legs. And of course, at the back as well, very, very nice. It's more mechy, I would say, if that's even a word, but more Gundam-like mech pilot suit and very nice helmet. But a very weird sword accessory here for the waist. I don't know why Lego decided to put the katana holsters as like a gun holster here at the side. Usually for Ninjago, it's at the back, right? For the halberd or the sword placement here or the katana placement, but yeah, very, very weird. It makes the hand here, the left hand here, in an awkward position. Of course, he has a very nice helmet piece here, and he has 2 prints for his face, the smiling face and of course an angry face here, and very nice detail here for the scar on both sides. But one thing in this year's Legends mech is that they have 2 minifigure heads here. One is like more of a real Gundam type mech minifigure head with the very nice covered up with a nice robotic face mask here for the helmet or for the hood here. And of course, if you look at the minifigure head itself, it has his masked or hooded face mask here and just a normal face here with his smiling face again. And last but not the least, of course, we have Nia's minifigure. Again, with a very nice mech-like, Gundam-like minifigure print here for the torso and the legs. I like it very much. It's more futuristic, as well as, of course, the same continuation at the back here. And again, with this funny-looking waist accessory for the Ninjago katanas. But I like that as opposed to Kai that had the horned helmet, she has a more hooded headpiece here, which is very, very nice. As you can see, it is complete with the hairpiece. And again, she has this smiling face at the front, angry face at the back. And of course, like Kai, she also has this secondary minifigure head, which has, of course, again, this very ninja covered like helmet piece here, which doubles as a hood here. Very nice. Of course, the master hooded face mask, and of course, a secondary smiling face here. Very, very nice. So, which one of the heads will you always be putting on these minifigures? Tell me below in your comments. Okay, so first let's take a look at the mech sizes as compared to the other Titan mechs. Previously, if you've seen my Lloyd's Titan Mech video, I've already compared Lloyd's Titan Mech with Cole's Titan Mech, and if you go further down of my review of Cole's Titan Mech, I already compared Cole's Titan Mech with the other two previous Titan Mechs, which are Zane's Titan Mech and Jay's Titan Mech. So now let's just compare the smaller mechs, because Zane and Jay's Titan Mech are smaller than Cole's or Lloyd's Titan Mech. When I mean smaller, shorter. And here, as you can see, if you compare them just by the height of where their waists are and their shoulders are, I would say even though Zane looks a little bit taller, based on where their shoulder joints are positioned, they're pretty much all the same. And I would say even Jay would be slightly taller than any of these three mechs. But of course, because of Zane's head pieces here as well as Jay's, then they are taller by a few centimeters above Nia's and Kai's Titan mechs. And as you can see from both Nia's Titan Mech and Jay's Titan Mech, they share the same, I would say, back pieces, like this shooter here for Jay and the turbines here for Nia. So yes, and of course we know that they are a couple in the Ninjago series, and they complement each other's colors as well. Jay is still light blue and Nia is a darker shade of blue. But yeah, pretty much they are all the same size, the same height Titan mechs, and I'm gonna try to see if I can reshape Jay's foot here to match Nia, so that Jay's Titan mech can have also the strengthening bars at the back, because without it, the only reason why you're able to make him stand up is because of the Nike-like shoes that he has on his feet. But if I try to put a bracer, maybe it will look a little bit closer to what Nia has. So as far as the height comparison is concerned, these Titan mechs are pretty much all the same height. Okay, so now on to the main builds of the Titan mech. So again, this is set 71870, the Ninjago Legends, the twin Titan mechs. So first, let's take a look at Kai's Titan Mech. So again, like I said, this is Kai's second Legends Titan Mech. The first one, well, not really a Titan Mech, but it's the same size and same height. So this is Kai's Titan Mech as opposed to Kai's Fire Knight Mech from last year. And this one looks very, very nice. Again, like the Fire Knight Mech from last year, this is a pretty solid build. And I very much like the silhouette, the very bulky legs that has so many very nice features, and also a lot of these bracing pistons here that makes it so much that you can have so much posability. But first, let's take a look at the overall build. So here you can make him stand when his legs are like really straight up. So this is a pretty nice build. Some of the Ninjago mechs prior, you're not able to make them stand with their legs fairly close to each other because of the bulk of their legs. But this one is pretty nice. It's a pretty nice balance between bulk and stability and thinness. So again, very nice feet here. Almost like if you have the bracing pistons at the back, you almost need the feet to be fairly flat and doesn't have much texture though. But that's okay because you can practically pose him any way you like, right? So you can have them pose in a running stance here with a very nice stability like here, as you can see here. So that is very, very good. So for the articulation, of course, the legs are pretty articulated. The hips or the legs itself go side to side or they swivel. Very nice foot articulation here because of the pistons, although it's a little bit hard to make them go forward a bit because of the length of the pistons themselves. I hope Lego makes longer pistons here. And of course, very nice knee articulation there, ankle articulation, and of course, very nice also torso articulation. So goes from side to side. Of course, because of the hip articulation here, you can pretty much bend them over and make the legs go back a bit away. Very nice. Of course, we have the shoulder or arm articulation in itself, elbow articulation that can go front and back, can swivel as well. So there's a foregone conclusion here then that because you have a very articulated elbow, there is really no hand articulation in themselves. And that's because the weapons are built into the hand mechanism here. So yeah, then it will be very hard to make them swivel, right? So I would forgive Lego for that. Very nice armament here at the back. Very, very cool looking gun, which can be switched with Nias as well. And at the back, of course, we have these stabilizing pistons here that they've started with Cole's Titan Mech. Very, very nice addition. I like it very much. It makes for very poseable poses with the Ninjago mechs. Okay, so I would say one of the best Titan Mech builds that has come out of Lego Ninjago in a while, and very much akin to the Fire Knight Mech and Zane's Mech as well. That's where it all started. And of course, to be able to put Kai in the cockpit, I like that they made the chest open up to the front so that it's easier for the pilot to go inside. As you can see here, there is a pretty big space here for the pilot. So I don't know if that's a design choice because there's no standing. Usually there's a rest for the hands and the shoulders on the side, but they didn't put one here, probably for symmetry, so that you can place the pilot with his sword holster here. So that is very nice. And I decided to put the Gundam Mech style helmet and minifigure head for this one. And of course, like all the previous mechs now, the head is sort of like open, so it doesn't close up anymore, and you can see Kai over there. Very, very nice build. And as far as for stickers, there's very minimal stickers, which I like for these kinds of builds. Only some ornament stickers here for the knees and for the shoulder pads, some for the arm in itself or the hand. But that is a pretty nice addition here. Rather, would have been nice and a great addition if this was a printed piece, but I'll forgive Lego for making this a sticker because there's not a lot of stickers here anyway. right? There's one for the chest piece here, but again, that is okay. Overall, there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just 7 stickers for this fine mech. I'm fine with that. So let's go on to Nia's mech. So next is Nia's mech. So again, this is Lego set 71870, the Twin Titan Mechs from the Ninjago Legend series. And since this is the Twins Titan Mechs, then of course Kai's twin is Nia, and this is Nia's Titan Mech. Very, very similar color structure, color palette as Jay's Titan Mech to complement each other with Jay, because they are the couple for Ninjago. So, but I like that for Nia, there are just some light blue elements here, but mostly dark blue, which is very, very nice, which pretty much is akin to the Samurai X mech from previous years. So very, very nice. And of course, who can say that it's not a twin of also of Jay's Titan Mech because of the twin turbines here. Very, very cool. So again, with all of the Titan Mechs since Cole's Titan Mech, we have a very stable build because of the stabilizing pistons here at the back of the legs, which acts like a shin, or the calf muscles, I mean, at the back of the shin here. Very, very nice. And like Jay or Kai's Titan Mech, it is very stable standing up because the legs are not too bulky, which is what a female mech should be, I would say, as opposed to the Samurai X mech that was pretty bulky. But this is a nice, very slimmed down version. Nice feet here as well. Articulation is the same with the legs. The legs pretty much swivel, right? And there's a lot of movement for the knees, the feet themselves, the ankles. So very, very nice build here. And like all the new mechs, right, Titan mechs right now for Ninjago, the waist or the torso rotates as well. Nice addition. And of course, the weapon here it's pretty much like Jay's weapon in his Titan Mech, where it's a long sword. Here it's a long spear. So very, very nice complementary weapon system here. So it's a pretty standard arm here for Nia's Titan Mech. So let's straighten her out a bit, like that. And again, very nice articulation for the elbows. Now there is some hand articulation because now it's on a ball joint because there's not much bulk for the hands. Of course, the hands can swivel back and forth from the shoulder. Nice swivel for the elbows. Again, not much stickers. Very nice. So I would say this is a pretty nice mech in itself. The silhouette is so good. I was a little bit hesitant because of the large turbines here for the wings, but I would say to help her fly with Jay's Titan Mech, I would forgive it. Very nice head again. It's the Gundam style head again. So here, and it's nice that again it opens up to the front so that we can easily put Nia here. Right? She sits right there. Very nice. So you just adjust her head a little bit so that she's looking straight at the front. Okay, very nice. So there's a lot of space. I would have liked it if there was actually a shoulder rest, but that's okay. To be able to put the holster for the sword there. I keep calling it holster. I keep forgetting what the actual term is for the covering of a sword. And nice waist silhouette here. Very, very cool. So pretty much the Titan Mechs of Ninjago is pretty cool. And they added a pretty nice stand now for these Titan Mechs. And both Titan Mech can sit on this stand. because both Titan Mechs have a holster now near the waist here. So you just need to spread the legs a little bit so that they can sit right there. But that's how it would look like. So that pretty much they're flying, and usually when you fly, you sort of, or hovering, you sort of be doing your legs like this. But probably you can think of other poses for this one, but it is a pretty nice and stable stand here. Okay? So, if I would I recommend buying these Titan Mechs for this wave? I would definitely recommend buying these and putting these in your, either as a collectible, as a part of your display, or to play with. It's a pretty fun build and it's a pretty fun set. So, yeah. Okay, so that's it for my quick raw review of the LEGO set 71870, the twin Titan Mechs from the LEGO Ninjago Legends series of 2026. And if you have enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button. And please consider subscribing, as a lot of my viewers have not yet subscribed to my channel. And it would help me a lot bring you more content like this in the future. Thank you very much. Ninjago!